Yeah, I mean, we have like a lot of crazy stuff in scrims. We haven't really had to do it on stage yet.
Hey guys, Parks Owsley here with the Shotcaller, joined today by Hakuho of Clutch Gaming. After you took down TSM yet again, it seems like you are their kryptonite, and you specifically, really, you have kind of a permaban in 3 different situations with your Rakan and Thresh and Morgana. It's just like, if you don't ban all 3, I'll get one of them, and we'll just roll over you guys. So what is that like? Like, how did this happen? How are you so good against TSM? Like, what are their weaknesses? How are you picking them apart?
I think just like all of us as a team really want to try hard and win versus TSM because they're like seems like the top team and like people still like think we're bad. So like when we continue to beat them, like eventually they're gonna have to just accept that we're a good team. So I think like a lot of us like try a lot harder versus TSM, and like I'm not really sure about like the bot lane picks, but it seems like their bot lane doesn't really try and apply pressure as much. They just want to like farm, which is pretty easy for us. We can just like equal farm and then force team fights. So I just think like the way their play style is, where they want to just like wait till late game, is just like easy for us to play versus.
So do you think that winning against them, even last season when they struggled a little bit, because of the fan base, do you think it was actually more valuable than maybe beating, if you had beaten 100 Thieves, for instance, even though they were first place, do you think the TSM win was actually a more valuable thing?
I think the 100 Thieves series was like more like hyphy, like since it went to like 5 games and it was like all pretty close. Whereas like the TSM one was like we got stomped the first game and then like we stomped them 3 games. So like I'd say like fans probably like were more interested in the TSM game, but I personally like the 100 Thieves match more.
Cool, cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing that, especially because they're not doing as well this year.
Yeah, I mean the meta's like super weird right now, so like teams have to adapt, and I think 100 Thieves started practicing a bit later than other teams, so I think like still not used to how to play on this patch.
And so, speaking of the meta in this patch, I kind of thought of you guys specifically when we saw the brand and the other crazy things getting brought and the weird combinations of champions. Because I remember talking to you week 1 or 2 in the spring, and y'all were so ready to get out of that really slow, boring double Targons meta.
I like the Braum, Mordekaiser stuff like that. It's super boring.
So are you, I mean, you're playing 80 carries now, or you did today, and of course Xayah Rakan, very strong. But are you guys also more excited or ready to take advantage of some of these crazy picks?
Yeah, I mean, we have like a lot of crazy stuff in scrims. We haven't really had to do it on stage yet, and I think the ADs are still strong. It's just harder to draft for them because like there's so many flex picks now that like punish the ADs, like Aurelia, also stuff like that just destroys ADC's bot. But I think like Xayah, Ezreal, Kai'Sa, Lucian are still all good. So like people can play whatever they want, just like what you're good at.
And speaking of all the flex picks, you played Echo Fox last week, and they're on stage now with some crazy stuff. But last week, Huni didn't play top at all. And against you guys, what was it? Dardoch was Rengar.
Yeah.
And so it looked like it was just going to be Huni top. And you didn't see the smite, right, until loading in?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know like where anybody's going until we load, and then we just see like Dardoch playing top Rengar and Huni's playing Talia. I mean, like we knew Dardoch was like bad at Talia, so he wouldn't pick it, but they just put Huni on it. So like the way Echo Fox is playing this patch is like they just put whoever's good at the champion in that role.
So do you think, or first off, did you expect when the timer was counting down, all the champions were locked in, was there any sort of wonderment about maybe Dardoch is just going top with Rengar, or did you just think, oh, Huni's on Talia because it happens to be strong?
No, we just thought it was going to be Rengar jungle with like Talia mid, and I forget like what exactly else they had, but like we didn't expect the role swap as much.
So then when you loaded in and had, what, half a minute or whatever, what were the comms like there?
I mean, like, I haven't seen Rengar top at all, so like I don't think any of us like knew exactly what it does, besides like it's just like annoying to like lane versus because he has so much sustain. But I mean, I think it was okay just because like Rengar can pretty much free farm in top lane, and you can't really like punish him since he'll just like break your stuns and run away. So I think like they had a pretty good strategy of just like putting whoever was good at the OP champions. Like Talia's really strong right now, so they just put Huni on it since he's, I guess, good at everything. I don't know. He just plays every role.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun to watch. Man. Okay, so then fast forwarding through that game, obviously there was a really weird bug with the Talia that we've been talking about, and you actually didn't get to end that game. So on one hand, we could say Clutch is 2 wins and 1 non-win. So like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the Nexus never exploded, so.
Yeah, so it doesn't count. But on the other hand, like what were your thoughts right after the game or even during the pause? Did you think at all that they might just end it? Like how surprising was that for you guys?
So I expected them not to be able to chrono break it since like I assume their servers crashed, which means they probably can't chrono break it. But I don't know why like they awarded a win because they didn't do that before. And like usually if it's like their issue, it'll always be a remake. So like it was super weird for them just to like, you know, like in the past when this happened, like it was always a remake. And for us, it was just like they just said you lost. It was kind of like upsetting. But like I mean, Echo Fox played well for the 30 minutes or whatever until the pause. So like one side's going to be upset no matter what ruling.
Yeah, and the conversation's been interesting because there were a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's you haven't done it before. You did have very clear rules, and none of them were quite met." And then there was another party saying, "Well, they were so far ahead, it would have been more unfair to make them start all over." I'm kind of curious. Do you think that part of the reason why they awarded the win was because of the crazy lane swap or jungle lane swap? Because of that, like, do you think if they had just played it standard, that maybe they would have just been more likely to remake it?
So I'm pretty sure they just awarded the win because like we were so long in pause. It was like we were paused for like 30 minutes, so like that was pretty much the whole game. And I guess they just want to like keep the schedule and like instead of having this rematch, they just went to the next game, so that we weren't like playing till like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. or something like that. So I think they were just like running low on time, so they just decided to award the win because. I mean, like Fox had a higher chance of winning that game than us, but like our team fight comp is like if we win a team fight, we win, but like we have to get like the perfect team fight. So they just like decided that we couldn't win.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed. I actually missed all of the game.
Yeah, I mean, like we weren't really doing much. We were just like stalling and like waiting for Ezreal to come online because like we had like Rakan, Ezreal, stuff like that for like super strong team fighting. And like once we get 5v5s, we were like actually winning. Like. There were like a few fights we won, but we couldn't really get anything out of them. It was just like us killing them and like stalling. So I think if the game went on, it would have been like closer, but I can't say like one side will win over the other.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, super bummed, but I'm excited that you got another win here. So technically, no real losses.
Yeah, we're just 2 and something.
2 and something. Well, great. So before we go, any other thoughts or expectations or anything that you're just excited for about this season?
I mean, the patch is still super exciting, so like I'm waiting to see like what other crazy champions people play. I know Echo Fox is still doing the like role swap thing, so I think other teams might try that. I don't know. I think I like rather have it go back to like normal ADCs instead of like all the crazy stuff bottom, just because like when like you take like an ADC and like make them play like brain dead champ like Mundo top, it's like not really that exciting because like. I want to beat the other bot laners. I don't want to have to fight like a top laner in bottom.
All right. So actually kind of the opposite of last season, hoping things calm down a little bit so you can stay in control.
Yeah, it's just like the champions I like Thresh, Pyke, and stuff like that with like all the hooks and cool engages. Like it's kind of hard to pick them in the draft now because like everybody's just flexing whatever. And like you can't like you like want to punish the AD champions with those, but like everybody's just playing like tankier bottoms and like if you see like Swain Vladimir, it's like they're just going to farm and do nothing.
So, and I actually was going to ask you, so thank you for reminding me, how do you like Pyke? Because, yeah, you are the Hakuho, or Haku Hook, whatever. So, yeah, he does have one. How are you liking using kind of the completely different kit? Because he's not really like Thresh. How do you like that?
I mean, I have like a ton of fun with Pyke in solo queue. So, like, if I could play an LCS, it'd be cool. Like, I saw it in EU, and it like kind of popped off for the game. He didn't like get like that much more stuff like later in team fights because like Pyke's team fighting is kind of bad. But the champion just super fun to play, and like seeing like him just jump in and insta kill somebody looks like super cool. So
yeah, it does.
I'm having fun with him.
That's awesome. Yeah, I would love to see it. So I'm just saying, you've got a fan here. Listen to that. So cool. Well, thank you very much. That'll do it for us. Before we go though, I'm going to challenge you to a best of 1 in rock, paper, scissors. And there's no prize yet, so if you beat me, congratulations. I do have a 100% win streak or win ratio going on. I've only played once, so. But hey, it's at 100 now. So I'll play you. Hopefully we don't have to remake. But yeah, so are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right. Well, I'm down to 50%. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, thank you for the interview. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to check out more of our content on the Shotcaller, you can click here or right there. And if you would like, please comment below. Let us know what you liked about this video or what you want to see in future videos. And we would love to hear back from you guys. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon.